Mint is still $15 a month for premium wireless. And if you haven't made the switch yet, here are 15 reasons why you should. 1, it's $15 a month. 2, seriously, it's $15 a month. 3, no big contracts. 4, I use it. 5, my mom uses it. Are you playing me off? That's what's happening, right? Okay, give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, $15 per month equivalent required. New customer offer first 3 months only. Then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
If you're a custodial supervisor at a local high school, you know that cleanliness is key. And that the best place to get cleaning supplies is from Grainger. Grainger helps you stay fully stocked on the products you trust, from paper towels and disinfectants to floor scrubbers. Plus, you can rely on Grainger for easy reordering, so you never run out of what you need. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
What's up, Buffalo Fanatics? Josh Allen here. Just wanted to say, go Bills.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna give you what you want. It's your boy. As long as you're around, it's a group oh yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, people there's really nothing. Let me bring that back. Well, I need it's to. A group thing. We were grooving. It's got a funky sway. We found a way. Well, it's a group to thing, make it work. We're moving on. Keeping strong, baby. Don't you let them steer you wrong. They're not going to steer us wrong this time. The refs tried to. They said, gonna give you what you want. We're taking this, baby. It's a Buffalo Bills take down the Kansas City Chiefs. We're moving on, keeping strong. 24. Don't you let them steer you wrong. You guys enjoyed that game. Smash that like. Because that game had us. We're gonna give you what you want. Just as long as you're around. I can't just sit here. I can't just sit here and give you guys our name, because I gotta give you what's really good. Because the Bills came through. I need to get hype. I need something that makes me get real fucking nice right now, boys. The Bills ain't playing, man. We brought Von Miller in to do what? To handle business, close the game. Let's go. Whoa. The Bills came to play. Josh Allen was dialed in. How could you not love this team, baby? I know it's one game, but it's just nice. Get that off our chest, right? Because you know we were cool and ready to go. Bills Mafia came through the man. Let that shit rock. We throw and catch it because we are unstoppable, yeah. You better know that. You better know that. Because we are unstoppable, yeah. Homie, now listen. Everyone play their position. Yo, I'm giving it to y'all. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Welcome to another edition of the Rico Report, brought to you by the Buffalo Fanatics. We ready to roll. Bills are up. Bills are feeling good. Listen, let me slow that down just a little bit. You know what I mean? I don't want to get too hyped up because it is just 1 week. One game at a time. By the way, I got to give a shout out, big shout out to a new member, Bing Biggity Bing, going to a new member by the name of Steve Kamalare. What am I? I can't even say your name, my man. But you know what? Steve-O, I see you. Let me get my bell going for you because it's a Bing Biggity Bing type of day, folks. Smash that like as you guys are coming in right now. If you guys are tuned in for the very first time, you guys have no idea who I am. My name is Rico, and here we are. 24-20 Bills. A lot of Bills fans thought this was going to be a blowout. A lot of Bills fans thought we were going to put up a lot of points, and so were the Chiefs. Yo, two good teams like this, it's hard for it to be like a high-scoring game. Just because we got the two best offenses doesn't mean it's going to be like that. And what disrespect do you have on our defense, man? Our defense did what they're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? 10 points in the second half against a team that can put points on. They put 30 points a game, fam. We kept them to what we're supposed to do. Man, let's start with this. We always got to give flowers to the opposing team. You got to give flowers to the opposing team. It's not just, you can't just be biased and all about the Bills. I mean, all that, it's going to be all about the Bills. But right now, we got to talk about it, right? Pat Mahomes, 25 for 40, 338 yards. He's going to do that. He had 8 yards a pop, 2 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. There were 2 big interceptions, right? Teron Johnson, my goodness, Teron Johnson came through. 3 for 9. He got 3 sacked. Can't even talk. He got sacked 3 times, twice by Von Miller. And I can't remember who got I think it was Shaq Lawson got the 3rd sack with a rating of 85.2. Pat Mahomes is going to be Pat Mahomes, man. He's not going to have a horrible game. But the beautiful thing about this is this defense was built for him. We brought in Von Miller for him. Greg Rousseau for him. Ed Oliver for him. Shaq Lawson for him. Kyer Elam for him. We brought all these guys for this team. I'm telling you, man. And now my buddy Lionel here is like, you know what? There's a good and bad thing about these Bills this year. And I agree with him. And I think we all agree with this, right? We got this win, which is great. This is a big notch on the belt, right? But now we've become the hunted. We've always been the hunted, but now when you beat the top dog, you are the hunted now. So everybody that we play it's gonna give their all, no matter what. So we just gotta brace and get ready for it, because we're gonna get everybody's all going forward. And what a time for us to go into a bye week. My goodness, isn't that nice? Get a win over the damn freaking Chiefs. But anyway, Pat Mahomes, always a sensational game. He had a good game, and we didn't give him an opportunity to try to muster some things, right? We closed that door with that interception. There's no mass, not happening today. The rush game, non-existent. Clyde Edwards-Helaire had 33 rushes on 9 touches. Pat Mahomes had 4 rushes for 21 yards. They had 68 yards altogether. Take away the 21 from Pat Mahomes. We kept these guys under 50 yards rushing. 50 yards rushing, folks. That ain't no joke. That's that defense, man. That defense came to play. That defense absolutely came to play. By the way, there's new members tuning in right now. We got almost 800 people in this bitch. Smash that like as you guys get here. Let's try to get this video to 1,000 likes. Let's try to get this thing to 1,000 likes. So let me jump in and catch some super chats before I do y'all a disservice by ignoring y'all, because I don't want to ignore y'all, right? My man Dan Brown comes in with a super chat and says, hey, Singletary was motoring today. Keep feeding that man. P.S. Matt Milano should get all pro nods. Bro, Matt Milano, listen, he said it this year, and he's lived up to everything he said. He's like, I want to dominate. I want to be that guy, and he was that guy today. Christopher Gallagher comes in. Josh is the Winter Soldier, a.k.a. Air Allen, a.k.a. the Boogeyman. I'm telling you right now, he strikes fear. Did you see the way he jumped over Snead once again? He set that boy up and then hurdled his ass and kept on going for another 3 to 4 yards. Fam, Josh Allen is that dude. He is that dude, man. There's 2 quarterbacks in the game that are elite. Josh Allen's one of them. Boy, oh boy, he's the number 1 quarterback in this game. I don't care what anybody tells me. Over Tom Brady, over freaking Aaron Rodgers, over Pat Mahomes. I tried to tell my guy, you know what I'm saying, Lance from the Spoken podcast that, listen, Pat Mahomes is nice, but he's not as nice as my guy, Josh Allen. And that's the facts, man. That's just what it is, man. John Marlowe comes in with a super chat. What up, John? John says, yo, Nick Wright eating close game crow. Do the Coco beware. Yo, the Coco beware. I like that. I like that reference. But it'll be fun to see what Nick Wright has to say. He's going to talk a whole lot of junk. But sometimes you just got to say, you know what? We didn't play well. We lost. But don't worry about it, because that's what's going to be said. We'll see you again in the playoffs. And he's right. That's what really matters. We'll see you guys in the playoffs. This means absolutely nothing. It only means something for the 24 hours that we can enjoy this win as a team, as a fan base, as a whole, right? And then it's on to the bye week. Get healthy. That's what it comes down to, man. D. Raleigh, what's up, D. Raleigh? D. Raleigh comes in and says, Josh Allen is the best QB I've ever seen. He does things no other QB could or would ever do. The man is just different. Dude, the guy's legit, man. He's just legit. There's no and ifs, buts about it, man. The guy's just that dude. He is. He's special. And we know that. And boy, are we lucky to have a guy like that, man. So let me get my man, John DeMarchi, came in with a super chat. Johnny, what up, Johnny? Johnny comes in and says, hey, Josh had Super Bowl champ Stafford on the road. Done. We got that one. MVP Lamar on the road. Done. We got that one. Mahomes on the road. Done. We got that one. Rodgers gets the next beatdown. Thought Buffalo couldn't win close games. Von Miller was the difference today. What a monster. You know what? That's a great point, man. Because I mean, I saw that. I was actually quite surprised when it said he only had one game-winning drive. One game-winning drive in the last 2 years. I was like, wow, really? That's it? But I mean, when you blow teams out all the time, there's no need to have game-winning drives, right? And this one, he actually did what he was supposed to do. Game-winning drive, came in, handled business. And you know what? You find Dawson Knox in the end zone. What a freaking play. What a sequence of plays to get to where we needed. Josh is clutch. The dude is clutch, man. He's the general for a reason. He is the general. By the way, if you guys want to pick up these general tees, jump on the BF fan shop. We've got all your tees available right then and there. How about them Bills? I'm waiting for my guy Z-Bot to come in and do a shotgun so we can get the fuck out of here and jump in on this win with me, man. So come on and jump in. Give me that shotgun. Get that beer ready. And, yo, listen, do what you're supposed to do. You know the drill. By the way, I got to give another shout out to my man, Craig Noor. You got me. I'm clicking the wrong thing. I got my man, Craig. Bing, biggity, bing to my man, Craig. What's good? I got another member coming in right now. And listen, man, it's a good time, man. I'm just, before I get into my content, I got to make sure that I give, you know what I'm saying, the members their right and their shine, baby. GT Gamer, welcome to the Bing Squad. Bing, biggity, bing, big Bills win, BBW. And a lot of people don't know BBW they know it for other reasons, right? I know them for other reasons, but sometimes there's other BBWs that you like. And the ones I love are the big Bills wins, man. BBW, I'll take those every freaking time, boy. My man Joe Diamond comes in and says, hey, Mahomes wants to be a Bill. That's why he throws it to our guys. Oh, come on now. But you knew Mahomes was pissed. You knew he wanted to come in and have that bragging right. You knew he wanted to come in and have the bragging rights to come in and do what he's supposed to do. So Victor Lopez, I see you get the Winter Soldier puts on his mask, helmet, and he becomes the boogeyman. I'm telling you right now, man, Josh is the freaking boogeyman. He's a scary athlete. He's a scary quarterback. There's not a whole lot you can do. Now, you got to give credit. You got to give credit to Spagnuolo. Spags put a defensive game plan to keep Josh in the pocket from rolling. And they did an excellent job of doing that. Did they ever? You got to give credit to Spags. But when you're elite, when you're that guy, it don't matter what you throw at me. I'm going to still make a play, baby. So GT Grimm, I got you, man. He's nice, man. Josh freaking Allen wants, what do you think they will do with Elam when Trey comes back and Milano? Man, listen, that's an issue for when we come to that. When we come to that, that's when we'll deal with it. You know what I'm saying? But right now, let's enjoy this win and let's go from there, man. Yo, Spags has had us bottled up. You're freaking right, he did. But you know what? You know who doesn't have anything bottled up right now? That's my guy Z-Bot, because he doesn't deal with bottles. He deals with cans. Are you shitting me? Talk to me now. Ladies and gentlemen, my man Z-Bot is here. He's feeling great. He's feeling nice. He was on a weekend with Bay. He had a Baycation with Bay. And I saw you having a good time. Talk to me now.
How do you come back from Vegas to this? I mean, I'm already sweating the tables out there, right? I got to come back and sweat this one, Rico. That, I don't know, man. I got nothing. I cannot believe they pulled that out the way they did. Teron Johnson, I mean, we talk about underrated guys all the time, and I don't want to, you got a show to do here. I'm here to gun it, but I just want to say, Teron Johnson, there's so many guys on this team that I think are underrated. Matt Milano, to me, is always the guy that comes to mind. But I saw a lot of Chiefs reporters, fans, media, like all throughout the week, talking about how this Chiefs offense was going to pick apart the Bills secondary because Tre'Davious White wasn't available and Teron Johnson is in there and nobody cares about him. Kaiir Elam is a rookie. Well, guess what? Kaiir Elam, one of the biggest plays of the year in the end zone for an interception. Then Teron Johnson, the guy that no one in the league outside of Bills fans know, who runs back the touchdown against Baltimore in the playoffs a few years back, seals the game tonight. Rico, I cannot believe it. This game tonight, the Bills, in my opinion, and you can hear more about it tomorrow night on the smoke break because I got a lot to say.
You bet
but
you
I'll say this right now. To me, the Bills had no business winning that game today, the way that they shot themselves in the foot time and time again. But a true champion team finds a way to get it done. And tonight, against the best of the best, they did it when it counted, Rico. And I cannot believe they found a way to pull it out. So with that said, 5-1 going into the bye, game and a half lead on the AFC. Wait.
Let's go.
How about them Bills?
Woo! That's my guy, Z-Bot.
Make sure to like, subscribe, the whole thing for Rico. I love you, brother. Kill the show, and we'll talk later. Go Bills, baby. What a win.
That's my guy, Mr. Z-Bot himself, and he's out. And you know what? How do you follow that up? But you got to follow up with my man, Jeff King, coming in with a big super chat. Jeff King in the building comes in and says, I sat here stressing the end of this game till its finality. And watching all the douchebag trolls from Kansas City on our site, the old Rick James episode from Chappelle came to mind. KC, what did Josh Allen's 5 fingers say to the face? Slap, motherfuckers. Let's go. That's my guy Jeff King in the building. Listen, effects. Listen, let me give these guys some flowers. I mean, they pushed us right to the end. You know what I'm saying? Frank Garcia comes in and says, yo, I need a different ref squad, man, for the playoff rematch. Horrible calls. Yo, rough. These refs had a rough week, man. They've had a rough week. And it's not getting any better, effect. It's not getting better. It's not getting better, man. They got it. Like that trip was blatant, but they also missed the call with that holding from Deion Dawkins. So that's sometimes that's the beauty of being a ref at the same time. You miss a call, you'll make it up somewhere. Now, is that ethical, or it's one of those things you let them play or not? It's a tough one, man. But you know what? The refs make calls. You can't complain about it because we had some bad calls our way. The amount of times that we had holding calls on these guys, I'm like, come on, son. Are you for real? But that's just what it is, man. That's just what it is. Craig Nauer says, Craig Norris. I think it's Noor, Craig. I apologize if I'm messing your name up, bro. Josh Allen is MVP. He is that guy. Diggs is that dog. And Miller is our closer. Those are the facts. Those are big time facts. You know what I'm saying? And it's just nice that we got the pieces for this team. We've got the pieces, man. Eric Schmitty, what's up, man? He goes, yo, Rambo, Himatron, Knox, Teron, Him Johnson, Kair, Helam, Stefan, Him Diggs, or Himmings. I got you. I see what you're saying. Himriel Davis, Von Himmler, Sean Him Dermott, Leslie Frisch. I don't know about that one. Frazier, I guess so. See him Bass, we him, Rico, Himini. Let's go, my man. Listen, the whole team came through. Everybody stepped up their game. There was some rough moments. There was some rough patches along the game, but it was what it was, man. Vaughn was worth every single penny. He may have been underpaid with how much he's changed his defense. Not only has he changed his defense, man, he's changed the mindset of the guys on this team. Straight up and down. He's changed how things do it, man. Ronald McDowell, I appreciate that super chat, man. If you're trying to make a comment, let me know in the super chat real quick. So let's talk about it, man. I kind of caught up with the super chats. Let's get into this game, man. 47 yards rushing. The defense did their job. The defensive front did their job, man. Ed Oliver, Tim Settle, Daquan Jones, Jordan Phillips, Shaq Lawson, the whole front, Greg Rousseau, Von Miller. Like, we did that thing. Great freaking job, everybody, man. We kept this team to 18 carries, 50 freaking yards, under 50 yards. My goodness, it is great to see. George Pagan says, yo, good to see Mortar shutting the noise down. Von Miller showing he was the huge pick and closing the game. It was the cherry on top. Wasn't that ever, man? Tyler Kirkwood comes in with a super chat and says, hey, was disappointed in McKenzie play today, man. Did his performance show more as to why the Bills should sign OBJ, or does he deserve a pass for coming back from a concussion? A little bit of both. I mean, sometimes when you have a bad play, the professional in you should kind of try your best, at least, because I know it's difficult, to try to say, you know what, that's a play that just happened. I'll move on to the next one. I'm going to move on to the next one. But I think it stayed with him. It stayed with McKenzie, and it just lingered through the game. And he took a wicked shot. He had a ball that he caught, but he had to turn his face to the football, and he got plowed by I think it was Justin Reed, or whatever his name was. And dude just got plowed by that safety. Now, did that affect him? Did he hit his head? Who knows? But he remained in the game. But something of that nature can happen. It'll mess with you. And maybe he just got in his head. When he tripped over his own feet, it was like, I don't know what he was thinking. I don't know what happened, but shit happens. You know what I'm saying? But you know what shit does happen that I love is when we gain new members. My man, Mark Miller. Welcome to the Bing Squad, Mark Miller. Bing, biggity, bing. What's happening, bro? So that being said, folks, when I'm looking at this team and I'm looking at what we did, what we were able to do, what about those boys from Buffalo? You better stop playing with me, bro. You better stop playing with me, man. So we kept these teams to under 50 yards. Now, here's where we had our challenges, right? Now, Christian Benford, Dane Jackson, he got banged up a little bit. Kyer Elam, Juju Smith-Schuster had 5 for 113. He had that big long run for 42 yards. I mean, Schuster doesn't do much for me. I think it was poor tackling. A lot of poor tackling allowed that to happen. But nonetheless, we didn't tackle well and allowed Schuster to act like he was back in his early days of playing with Pittsburgh. We know he ain't that guy, but we made him look like that guy today. You know what I'm saying? Travis Kelce, 8 for 108, 13.5 yards, 25 long on 10 targets. So here's the deal. Here's the deal, man. It's hard. It's hard because Saron Neal was on the field a lot. And if you guys remember, Saron Neal was also on the field a lot when we played Kansas City last time. And he did a formidable job on covering Kelsey. Now, Kelsey is the best tight end in the game. There's no question about it. He's cream of the crop. And today they did the same thing. They had Saron Neal because he's here's the deal. You can't put a Jordan Poyer on it because he out overmatches and outsizes Jordan Poyer. So you can't put Jordan Poyer on him. You've seen what happens to Jordan Poyer when you put him on a big boy like Gronkowski. Gronkowski it's not a good matchup. So you need someone that can body up with him. Now, you can't put someone like Kyer Elam because he's thin. So he just push him around. So you need someone that's right in the middle, that's got speed and can kind of body up. But the problem is you don't have the cover skills as good as your rest of the peers. So that's where you got into a lot of penalties, right? Saron Neal got caught for like 3 or 4 penalties today. Him alone accounted for those penalties, right? But for the most part, Travis Kelce was quiet for the first half, and then he kind of exploded in the second half. But guess what? At the end of the day, great players make great plays. We just had to make sure that he didn't make the final play to really kill us. And that's exactly what we did. McCole Hardman, 3 for 42. Jerick McKinnon, 3 for 29. Sky Moore, 1 for 24. He had that big play. But other than that, we kind of bent but didn't break. We bent but didn't break. But here's the big one, man. Nick Bolton is a freaking star, man. Nick Bolton this guy's going to be nice. He had 13 total tackles today, 2 tackles for a loss. The guy was all over the place. Josh Williams was there. They had some rookies, same way we do. They had some young DBs out there, and we exploited. The same way they exploited us, we exploited them. So at the end of the day, you know who won? The trenches. The trenches is what held it down. Josh Allen was sacked once, while my man Pat Mahomes was sacked 3 times. The trenches. And we won in the trenches today. That's what it comes down to. We won in the trenches. We were able to we had the advantage. We had the advantage today. And we certainly showed it in the run game. They couldn't stop us in the run game. We gashed them in the run game. And we'll get into our box score numbers as well. Zach Hughes comes in with a super chat. Thank you, Zach. Zach comes in and says, hey, Nick Wright better not have anything to say after this loss. Listen, you know he is. Nick, he's paid to talk. Now, the question is, how many excuses is he going to come up with? That's what it comes down to. And by the way, Bills Mafia 518. Bing, biggity, bing. Welcome to the Bing Squad, my G. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate it. Listen, for those that are wondering how to become a Bing Squad member, it's very simple. Listen, it's supportbf.com, man. It's that simple. Hold on. Let me just bring up my banners up, and then we'll go from there. So supportbf.com. It's very simple. If you want to become part of the Bing Squad, it's much appreciated. It helps us out, and it's a big support to us. So let's continue to roll with this great news of these Bills taking down these damn Chiefs, man. I love these Bills, but boy, they frustrate me sometimes. But a win like this is one of those things that'll let you sleep a little better. It'll let you enjoy your week a little better. Things taste much better. You know what I'm saying? And you know, you start getting along with people you never get along with. You know what I'm saying? That's what Bills victories does to you. John DeMarchi might agree. He says, hey, can we have DaQuan Jones give some respect to DaQuan Jones? Run defense is different right now. Settle as well. Those 2 boys make the difference. DaQuan Jones had a play today that he took the double team, and they could not move that man. They could not move that man. The guy is a freaking mountain, and I'm glad that we picked him up. But when it comes to the Chiefs, the point is, here's the thing. We scored. We gave them a minute left on the clock. We gave them a minute left on the clock, and this scenario was the reason we brought in a guy like Von Miller, right? We gave them less time on the clock, and you saw what happened. So we gave them a full minute. You had 64 seconds to make something happen on that drive. You can be a hero, Pat Mahomes, and will your team to victory with a touchdown, or the Buffalo Bills defense has to step up. One has to happen. And guess what? The Bills stepped up. What a great play by Teron Johnson. Teron Johnson left his assignment because he read the play all the way along and jumped that and got that interception. It was secured, and he secured the bag. He secured the win. And that's why we gave him that extension money. That's why we got this guy. This guy quietly is one of the best nickel corners in the game. He's one of the best in the game. And listen, man, if nobody wants to talk about him, he'll be Buffalo's little secret. You know what I'm saying? Because we know what we got in that guy. Minor, my man Minor comes in and says, "Yo, Rico, let's fucking go, bro. Huge statement win, but I want that ish in the playoffs." You know, we know what it is, man. We already know. Pistol Pete comes in and says, "Hey, Chiefs wear red and the Bills wear blue. Chiefs fans cry." Yo, you stupid, man. Yo, but you know what? I'll take that. I like that. You're a poet, and you're a damn good poet at that. But anyway, let's get on to box score for the Bills, because this is where this was huge. First and foremost, this is the big one. Josh Allen, 27 for 40 today. Give me the math on the percentages on that 27 for 40. What is that? Just over 62%, give or take. Anyway, 329 yards. He had 8 yards a pop. No different. Same as Pat Mahomes. But you know what the big difference was? No interceptions. That was the big one. Allen was throwing some picks the last couple games, right? And he kept these teams in the game, right? So 67%. Thank you, Muhammad Ori. 67%, just shy of 70%. So we appreciate that. That's what you want. You know what I mean? Let's round that bitch up to 68%. So 68% completion percentage, right? And no interceptions. That's the big one. No interceptions. We didn't give them the ball. Although there was that little flick to Isaiah McKenzie that hit him in the freaking helmet. I don't know what was happening. Did he not expect the ball to come to him? Like, the play is designed for you. What happened? Did you look in the sun? I don't know what happened. I'd love to know more. I'm sure he's going to talk to Ty Dunn, my man Ty Dunn, and he's going to explain to them what happened. They talk every Tuesday. So jump in on that if you want to get an explanation. Now, or I could just invite his ass on my show and say, "Yo, talk to us. What the hell happened?" I'm sure he would. We'll see. We'll try to make something work, right? But Josh Allen throwing for 68% completion percentage, 329 yards, and sacked once. You gotta give some props to Spagnuolo, man. Spag had these guys contained. He blitzed on the right moments. You know what I'm saying? It's a big game of chess between Ken Dorsey and Spags, and Ken Dorsey got the last laugh, right? But Spags did a damn good job of keeping Josh in the pocket. There was not a lot of rolling out from Josh, right? So they kept him in there. And the amount of times Josh got out, there was a play in the first or second quarter where I swear Josh was dead to rights. He was done. He turned what should have been a 4 or 5 yard sack into a 10-yard gain. It was insane what he was able to do and get out of that. My goodness, the guy is just scary. He's scary. I just don't understand it. But you know what? Listen, man. Sometimes these quarterbacks make these plays and you just marvel at the plays that they make. That's all you got to say, man. John Farsi says, "Yo, for the record, Josh didn't get sacked. He was freaking tripped." You're freaking right about it. He was tripped in front of the ref. Come on, man. Can we go back to the QB sneak and 4th and 1? Dude gets it every time. You're so right about that. That kick and right in front of the ref, and the ref just didn't want to call it. Like, what? Like, I get it. Sometimes you don't want to make a call that kind of it's like you're trying to protect them because there's been such bad play from the refs. They've been calling things that they shouldn't be calling on quarterbacks. So sometimes you get a little gun shy to pull that flag, right? So maybe that's what the ref felt in that moment. He's like, not good enough for me to pull my flag out. But that was supposed to be a flag. You should have called that shit because he blatantly put his damn leg out. Straight up. Yo, my man Brevin says, "Yo, come on. No Zach Moss appearance. No Zach Moss appearance, man. This wasn't the game for him." But you know what? That's fine, because guess what? Guess who got all the touches? Devin Singletary, as he should. He got majority of them, like 90% of them. So we'll take that every time. Now, speaking of Devin Singletary, let's go to the run game. The Bills ran for 125 yards this game, averaged 4 yards a pop. But here's the most interesting part. 17 carries for Devin Singletary. What does Rico keep saying to everybody? Give him the rock. 15 to 20 carries, and think good things will happen if you give it to Devin Singletary. And that's exactly what happened today. You can't go wrong with it. You absolutely cannot go wrong with giving the ball to Devin Singletary. You know what I'm saying? And Devin Singletary is in the last year of his contract. I keep telling y'all, in the last year of his contract, he's going to ball out because of two things. He wants the bag. He wants the bag. So every opportunity he gets, he's going to try to make the most of it, because he's either going to get paid by the Bills or he's going to get paid by somebody else. So he has to have a good year. So why not give him the freaking rock? Because that's what he's going to do. Because we already saw what Zach Moss can do, and it's very little. Let's just put it that way. It's very little. So that's why he got deactivated. Now, was this more so because we're trying to, you know what I'm saying, put together a trade package for him? Or is it just a matter of this game, we just don't need you. We're going to go with our top back in Devin Singletary? Who knows? But you know what? I'll take that, man. My man Cruz Food says, and more, and says, hey, why don't we QB sneak more? I don't get why we don't do it. Because if we don't need to do it, we don't need to do it. Don't put my man's in harm for no reason. I ain't taking it. I'm not going to do that. Tyrone comes in and says, I think Motor added a spin move in his bag. He's really been lethal. He's had that spin move in his bag since he was a toddler. That's what he does. You know what I mean? Like you can't take it away from him, man. So Devin Singletary, 17 for 85, 5 yards a pop. Yeah, and a 14 long. It's not like he bust out, you know what I'm saying, a 60-yard run. Dude, the longest run he had was 14, but he was consistent, man. He had a 12-yarder. He had a 10-yarder. He had a couple ones that he lost. But, dude, the guy's nice like that, man. Run after contact was great for Devin Singletary. The amount of times that he bounced off of it was fantastic. So, kudos to Devin Singletary. Now, here's something else that stood out to me. And before I get into what stood out to me, I got to give a shout out to my man, Gary. Gary becomes part of the Bing squad. Let me bang that bell for my guy, Gary. Bing, biggity, bing, Gary. What's happening, Gary? So here's the deal. 17 carries for Devin Singletary. 12 carries for Josh Allen. That's designed. It's not like he was forced to do it. Those were designed runs. And boy, did he look good doing it. Boy, did he look good doing it. So you got to give him props, man. You got to give him props because that's Josh Allen is the offense. That's what he does, right? You're not going to ever see Pat Mahomes do a design run and do what Josh Allen does. You won't see that. That's what makes Josh Allen the best quarterback in the game. That's what makes him the best. Forget about the All-Pros, the Pro Bowls, the Super Bowls. Right now, who's the best? It is Josh Allen, hands down, right? And you saw a great deal of it today. He was throwing the rock for over 300 yards. He was freaking running the rock. He ran for over 30 yards today, right? And he had a wonderful run for a first down on a hurdle. Like what other quarterback is doing stuff like that? You ain't going to find it. It's the white boy from Buffalo that's doing that shit. So let's go, man. Let's go to the receiving game. Stephon Diggs has been bottled up by the Kansas City Chiefs the last two matchups. He was a non-factor. And you know what? Rightfully so. He's your best weapon. You're going to have to come in and take him away. And for 2 games, they took away Stephon Diggs. He wasn't the Stephon Diggs that we're used to. He wasn't the Stephon Diggs that we're accustomed to and that we're supposed to get, right? We need to get the Stephon Diggs all the time that is on the money. But they did a great job of bracketing him and taking him away. And Ken Dorsey was like, not on my fucking watch. It's not happening this time. And we made sure that Stephon Diggs was involved, and boy, was he ever. John DeMarchi comes in and says, hey, Bills are terrific, but again, today, 3 short, 4 short were major. 3 short, 4 short. Man, it's so tough reading John DeMarchi's stuff. He's trying to fit everything in, but I think I'm getting what you're saying. 3rd and short and 4th and short were major problems. Hold us back and almost cost the team today. Plus refs non-call on Jones' trip, right? You're right about that, man. But when you're as potent an offense as we are, number one, and number two, when you have a team that is potent as they are, sometimes you just got to go for it on 4th and keep them on the sideline. And that's what it comes down to. You got to keep those guys on the sideline so you can just manage and control the game more so than they can. And that's exactly what we did today. And I'm looking forward to what the time of possession was today. Let me see if it shows it right now. No, not yet, but I'm gonna see what the time of possession was because I'm very interested in that. My man Pistol Pete says, yo, Rico, shout out to my man Frank in North Carolina. Semp FI USMC Warrior. I got you, bro. I got you right there. So here's the deal. My man, the ref, comes in and says, yo, Allen hurling the Chiefs is now an annual tradition. Well, let's keep making it an annual tradition. He's just got to pick his poison when he wants to do it because now they're going to expect it. But you know the beautiful thing about that? You think I'm going to hurdle you and then I run your ass over or I give you the gold stiff arm. That'll be a beautiful thing. Fluffy Panda. What is a Fluffy Panda? What's happening, bro? Shout out to Leslie Frazier, Von Miller, Teron Johnson, everyone except freaking Neil. But in the day of an offensive heavy league, they did the improbable. They did a good job today. You can't hate on the Bills and their defensive game plan. It was a good one. We slowed down as much as we can, and we tried to control this game. We tried to control as best we can, and I think we did a good job doing that. Now, this defense, though, Tremaine Edmonds was our leading tackler. This boy had 10 total tackles on the night. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? Teron Johnson, 6 tackles, total tackles, and he had the pass deflection and the interception. DeMar Hamlin, 7 total tackles today. Von Miller, 4 total tackles, 2 tackles for loss, and 2 sacks, and 2 QB hits. That's why you pay the big man that type of money, because he gives you stat lines like that. Jordan Poyer, 4 tackles total. Terrell Bernard got in the action. He had 4 tackles total. You got to give these guys some love, man. These guys came in and made sure of it. I knew when I saw Zach Moss inactive that Singletary was going to have a big day, and he clearly is RB1. So we're about to find out what's really good after that, man. So I appreciate you, Pistol Pete. I see you, brother. I see you. So, yes, when you saw that they took out Zach Moss, you already knew what time it was. It's a Devin Singletary show. We need to see RB1 go up against this team, and we need everything. The boy can catch out of the backfield. He can run. He can stay in bounds. He can do all those things. He can run between the tackles. He can do it all. The only thing he did that's not part of his repertoire, but doesn't really necessarily need is that long speed. He doesn't need that, but he's still able to do what he's supposed to do. The rest of the defense just came. You guys came through, man. You guys came freaking through. Matt Milano was a G. He was everywhere. Shaq Lawson got involved. Like, shout out to the whole Bills defense as a unit. What a fantastic job y'all did, man. Real talk. Tyler Bass comes in with just the 1-for-1, but he was 3-for-3 on his extra points. And then Sam Martin with 2 punts. He had one really good punt for 63 yards. That was a big boomer, and he really did it, man. And shout out to my man Khalil Shakir holding it down as a punt returner. So all in all, folks, solid game by the Bills. You can't complain that, you know what I'm saying? Like, overall, they gave us suspense. They gave us what they were supposed to do on defense, which was shut down as much as we can. Like, we took a team that scores 30 points a game, 31 points exactly, and we knocked them down to 20 points a game, to 20 points. This is what to expect. This defense came in the clutch. Leslie Frazier had these guys ready. Game plan was ready. So big shout out to this team. Now, team stats, because this is what I look at, right? And the big one here, and you know what, the time of possession, we won the time of possession with 31 minutes to their 28. You know what I'm saying? So kudos to this defense. There was a lot of good things that we could have done a lot better, but we came out with a W, and that is what matters. Chiefs fans are probably sick right now. They're probably looking at, man, we should have did this, we should have did that. But guess what? The name of the game today was the turnovers. The turnovers was the name of the game. We forced 2 turnovers. Kyer Elam with the interception in the end zone. Kudos to that man. Came in with a one-hander, brought it down with 2, and took it away from that dude. Secondly, Teron Johnson seals the game. But the big part about this defense was the type of pressure that we were getting on Pat Mahomes. And and my man Lionel made a point. He says, think about it. You may not be getting the crazy amount of sacks and getting crazy work, but the amount of overthrows that Pat Mahomes threw, incompletions that he threw, a lot of the balls out of bounds that he threw, that's because of coverage. The amount of times that he's got the ball for like 5 or 6 seconds, that's because the coverage is tight. You know what I'm saying? There's only so long that your defensive backs can cover downfield and pivoting and turning and coming back. There's a lot of things that can happen, and that's where the holding comes in. So as hard as it was for us to maintain and stay with them, we did a decent job. We did a decent job staying with these guys, man. My man said, yo, nice shirt. Can I get one? Yes, you can. You can get it right at the BF Fan Shop. For those that are wondering where you can get these tops that I'm wearing right now, go to the BF Fan Shop. We got some new shirts out there right now. I got my, listen, this is the great one. If you're trying to get this right now, if you're reading this Buffalo won yesterday, jump on that to the BF Fan Shop. Get in there. Celebrate while you're doing that with some wings. Get this one looking like the Buffalo. And last but not least, Stephon Diggs was him today. Get it on there, 14, him. He is that guy. Jump in there. It's the BF Fan Shop support, and it helps us put everything right back into this brand that we call these Buffalo Fanatics, man. So appreciate you guys, all that. Now, let's get right into the nitty-gritty of this team. So Josh Allen today orchestrated 26 first downs with his team. We went 4 for 11 on third down. So we were 4 for 11 on third down, so just shy of 50%. But guess what? So were the freaking Chiefs. The Chiefs were also 4 for 11. And we were 1 for 3 on fourth down efficiency, while the Chiefs went for it once and they converted. Total plays, 72 for the Bills, 61 for the Chiefs. Why? Because we controlled the clock as much as we can, and we managed to keep those guys and keep those bozos on the sideline. That's how you give yourself an opportunity to win. Give them less opportunities because they're a very potent offense. They're very potent. So give us an opportunity to really put some points on the board and keep these guys off there, kill the clock a little bit, and give us an advantage and put pressure. right? How much pressure is on you when you have 1 minute to orchestrate a comeback and this defense is barreling down on you and you got to make the play and you don't have Tyreek Hill to bail you out. You know what I'm saying? Tyreek Hill scares a lot of people. There isn't that fear on this Chiefs team. I know that they're probably better for it, you know what I'm saying, because they got to spread the ball to everybody else. But guess what? Tyreek isn't one of those guys that you can spread the ball to. Tyreek saved your asses last year. Tyreek is not there to save your ass again. I'm sorry. I'm just keeping it a buck. And if you guys agree, smash that like. Summer Flores comes in and said, hey, when you face teams that challenge us, this is what you get. It was beautiful. Our defense showed up today. You're damn right. Now, I do have a bone to pick with this defense. Scott Williams, I appreciate that super chat, bro. If you're trying to get there, I'm going to see if I can get your comment, and I'm going to read the comments to see if I see Scott Williams. But if you're able to, there you go. Scott Williams comes in and says, hey, how about the coaches and players being able to close the game without giving the Chiefs the ball back? That's what I'm talking about. Close the game out. That's what it comes down to. The biggest difference this year, this is my man Schmitty says, versus last year, is capitalizing on the opportunities. The Bills are decisive when it is demanded to be such. Example equals Knox TD, Von Rush. You damn right. Schmitty, you got that. You damn right on that. Now, I do have a bone to pick. You know what? I gotta say it with my chest, man. I gotta say this with my chest because it needs to be heard. And you guys already know how I feel about that. I got a bone to pick.
Overdrive.
Ladies and gentlemen, last year we went to Arrowhead Stadium. We score in such crazy fashion, deep ball to freaking Gabe Davis. We leave the team with 13 seconds on the clock. All we have to do is keep these guys in front of us. You know what I'm saying? Maybe put a pass rush on there, bump those guys, disrupt anything they have in order to make it a long field goal. What do? We play off. We let these guys make 2 big throws and get into field goal range, tie the game, and the rest is history. Rewind, and let's fast forward to where we are right now. We score before the half. There's 12 seconds on the freaking clock. What do? We let these guys do the exact same freaking thing. Teron Johnson misses a tackle. The guy gets up there, puts the ball down. Ref gives it back to them. They keep rolling. Travis Kelce catches the football, goes down, gives them time, and then Butker hits a 62-yard field goal. He absolutely crushed that thing. Kudos to him. But I got to cuss this one out. What the fuck did we learn when that came to town? You know what they're going to do. They're not going to kneel it and go into half and say, we're good. It's not Bill Belichick. Let's kneel it and we'll take it and we'll talk about it. No, this is an Andy Reid coach team, and they saw what we did last year. So they're like, let's do it again. And what do? We play the same exact way. We let them put yards up on there and hit a freaking field goal. We should have went into the half 10-7. We let them tie the game. What in the fam? That shit had me heated. What did we learn? It's like you didn't learn anything. What did you learn? You couldn't have asked for a better situation. Holy shit, this looks familiar. Hold on. The only difference is it's freaking to end the half. What was that about? That really pissed me off, man. I was like, yo, if this is what you guys are going to do, yo, listen. Yo, somebody needs to get strangled. Somebody needs to get slapped up and say, yo, wake up. Golly, man. 62 yards is that's a big kick, and Buddy crushed it. He could have hit it from 67 if he really wanted to. But my goodness, man, what a disappointment. Y'all need to go back to the film and be like, yo, we need to figure that part out, because I don't think you guys did. Maybe it's like you guys never wanted to talk about it last year. That's fine. You don't want to talk about it, but at least correct it. But y'all didn't even correct it. You let them do the exact same shit. Oh, golly, I'm done. I had to get that off my chest, man. Yo, shout out to my man James, comes in with a super chat with that's a big super chat, and I appreciate that, James. James says, yo, Rico, as awesome as Vaughn was, I still think that as awesome as Vaughn was, I still think why am I not reading that right? Okay, because all some of this was, I think that this signing is big beef boys on D-line. Jones, Settle, and Phillips is the biggest difference on our D this year. Where's the beef in Buffalo, baby? Okay, I see what you're saying right now. You know what? It's huge that they brought in Tim Settle. It's huge that they got DaQuan Jones, Jordan Phillips, because we lacked it. The amount of teams that were able to run on us, and we're like, come on, son. Like, remember 2 years ago when the Chiefs came to us, they ran for 240 yards on us. 240. What an embarrassment. I know the weather wasn't great. It wasn't good, but come on, man. We can't let Clyde Edwards-Helaire run on us. So what a difference. Clyde Edwards-Helaire today, 40 yards rushing. Yo, man, I'll take that every single day of the week, man. I don't even think he had 40 yards rushing, truth be told. But I mean, it is what it is. But we definitely came in. You're right about that. That the underrated signing, I'll say. It's not as important as Von Miller's, because Von Miller today was sensational. He was the difference on that defensive front. Although we stopped the run indeed, but man, oh man, was he ever the difference maker tonight. There was a play where he came in and put a beautiful spin move, and I was waiting for it. You know what I'm saying? And he did it. Now, I'm gonna I don't know if you guys noticed this. All right. If you guys have been watching Von Miller and the way Von Miller plays the rush and plays the pass rush, and this is where I feel that this may have been strategic. I know that somebody asked earlier, do you think that they kept certain things off film from previous games to this game? And that was a great question, and I believe they do. I think they leave things out. I think they wait until certain things come out and they go from there. So here's the observation I made. I'm not sure if you guys made this observation, but here's the observation that I made. All year long, you know what? Prior to that, if you followed Von Miller in his career, where was Von Miller always rushing from? Von Miller was always rushing from his natural side, which is the left side. So if you're facing the quarterback, he was always on the left end, left or left outside linebacker, wherever you want to call it, if it's a 3-4 defense or whatnot. But he always rushed from the left side. All year this year, he was majority rushing from the right side. Greg Rousseau manned the left. What do you think happened today? Von Miller, both his sacks came from where? The left side, where he's most natural, right? Where the guys can't have him. So the game plan for Von Miller rushing from the right-hand side, and then he comes in and rushes from the left. That throws your guys off, man. And Von Miller was able to make things happen. And I think that was strategic. Don't show them that he can. I mean, he can rush from both, but you see it always from him rushing from the right-hand side, which is facing the quarterback. So it's like, okay, we're expecting that. Then you see him go to the left side. That's where he's the strongest. That's where he's played majority of the time in his career. I thought that was brilliant. I loved it. I don't know if you guys noticed it.
Buffalo Fanatics, what's going on? This is Pierre the Kingpin, and I wanted to talk to you today about Cigars International, which is the ultimate destination for premium homemade cigars. Known as the industry leader, Cigars International offers the largest selection, unbeatable prices, and a customer service experience that's second to none. Whether you're new to cigars or a seasoned vet, Cigars International makes enjoying cigars easy, approachable, and fun. Cigars International is the go-to retailer for all things cigars, with the biggest selection of premium homemade cigars available anywhere. Cigars International offers unbeatable deals and discounts, making it easy to stock up on your favorite or try something new without breaking the bank. With fast free shipping and their 100% satisfaction guarantee, you can shop with confidence knowing that Cigars International stands behind every order. They have good relationship with vendors that helps provide great low prices. Whether you're new to cigars or a seasoned pro, Cigars International makes it easy to find the right cigar with helpful guides, staff reviews, and expert advice. It's not just about cigars. Cigars International also offers a wide range of accessories and more to elevate your smoking experience. Check out the great deals every day at cigarsinternational.com. That's cigars, CIGARS, international.com. Use code FANATICS at checkout for 20% off your order of $50 or more, plus free shipping. Or visit www.cigarsinternational.com fanatics, and the discount will automatically apply. Again, use code FANATICS at checkout for 20% off your order of $50 or more, plus free shipping. Or visit www.cigarsinternational.com/fanatics, and the discount will automatically apply.
If you're a custodial supervisor at a local high school, you know that cleanliness is key, and that the best place to get cleaning supplies is from Grainger. Grainger helps you stay fully stocked on the products you trust, from paper towels and disinfectants to floor scrubbers. Plus, you can rely on Grainger for easy reordering, so you never run out of what you need. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
That stood out to me a lot. I was like, wait a minute, what's going on? Why is Vaughn rushing from the left side? Oh, watch out. And that spin move was a thing of beauty. Pat Mahomes had no time. He had no time. And guess what? Same thing happened again. He rushes from the outside, doesn't spin, keeps his control, reaches for my man Pat Mahomes, and Pat Mahomes felt the pressure and thought he had something, but guess what? He had Teron Johnson with an interception. Game, set, match. What a great job that he did. So looking at these plays, we had 72 total plays, 443 total yards to their 387. That's the most anybody has put up on us this year, right? We're pretty evenly matched, man. We had 10 drives each, 6.2 yards for the Bills, 6.3 yards for the Chiefs, right? Look at this, 318 passing for Josh Allen, 319 for our guy, Mr. Pat Mahomes. Here's the big difference, folks. Here's the big difference. And I'll tell you right now, 7 penalties we got penalized for. And that was one thing that I stood out and I said, please, let's not allow this to be the difference in the game. And we were looking like we were doing it. The amount of times that we got penalized and giving these guys fresh set of downs was infuriating. I hated every bit of it. But guess what? The Bills had 7 penalties for 35 yards, and the Chiefs were 5 for 58. But the big difference today was in the turnover battle. Their turnover battle, and that's where we won it. We were +1 in the turnover battle today, and it's a shame because we gave up that fumble to the Chiefs when it was a flick to Isaiah McKenzie and he wasn't paying attention. I'm not sure what's happening. It came on him too quickly. Who knows? But at the end of the day, we won the turnover battle, and that's a big one. You don't win a lot of games when you turn the ball over multiple times. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that we were able to minimize our turnovers and we kept the ball and we managed, listen, kudos to this team, man. Kudos to this team. And guess what, folks? One of the big ones that we've been struggling in is the red zone. And today in the red zone, we went 2 for 4. So 50% in the red zone is average. It's okay. We're used to, you know what I mean? Once we get to the red zone, we close out. And this was a pretty thing today because we closed out in the red zone. When we needed to close out in the red zone, we did it. So shout out to the Bills. Shout out to Ken Dorsey. And shout out to this whole team, man. What a victory it was today. What a victory it was today. I can't tell you how thrilled I am. How great is your week going to be when you go into work? Everybody's going to be like, go Bills. How about them Bills? Chiefs fans that were talking a lot of ish. They're going to be talking a lot of mess. I had a good buddy of mine that went to Kansas City today to watch the game. Oh, I know he's going to be salty. That flight from Canada was a bitch. That hotel fee was a bitch. And then you know what? Watching your Chiefs lose, priceless. Priceless, bitch. That was priceless. But anyway, that's still my buddy. I'm gonna still rib him when he gets back to Canada. I'm gonna let him have a flight back. I ain't gonna rag on him just yet. But I do have somebody that I want to call. And I told my brother that I would call him, and I didn't want to hear any mess. He just needs to keep it real and find out what he has to say. And I told him he's got 3 minutes to talk to me on the phone. So I'm gonna call my bro, and I'm gonna see if he's gonna answer the phone. And if he does, great. If he doesn't, he's just being a hater. You know what I'm saying? And I hope he answers the phone. And he better not be too busy. Oh, you know what? He's watching his Dallas Cowboys play, so he's not gonna want to watch. Oh, he's gonna pick up.
Yeah, buddy, I'm busy watching my game.
Hold on. Just
I'm busy watching my game. Make it fast.
I'm gonna make it fast.
Make it fast.
Listen, what did you think about the game?
I didn't watch the game.
You're such a hater. Bye, Jack.
I didn't watch the game.
Yeah,
bye-bye.
My ass, asshole. He watched the game. I know he did. Nobody's sitting here not watching the game. This guy, right before the game, and I was asking him, what do you think the score prediction is going to be? I just want a score prediction and why you think we're going to win. And he kept on bringing up, who did you play? Who did you play? If anybody comes and tells me, who did you play? What do you mean? If I'm a boxer, right, and I'm fighting the guy that can, that's got hands, but I whoop his ass, you're gonna be like, well, who'd you fight? Who'd you fight? He's a good fighter, but guess what? I made him look like a bitch because I rocked his ass because I'm nice like that. If the Bills are waxing teams, you can't say who do they play. You had a former number 1 seed, you had a former Super Bowl champs, and we beat those two guys. What more do you want me to talk about? Like, we beat them convincingly. Oh, who'd you play? Boy, please, man. Who did the Chiefs play? They played the Raiders that they should have lost to. They played the Colts. They lost to the Colts. They barely beat the Chargers. And then they beat the Cardinals. And the Cardinals blow. So who did the Chiefs play? I hate that excuse of who did you play? Boy, knock it off. Right now, he's watching the Dallas Cowboys play. So you best believe when the Dallas Cowboys lose, it's going to be nice. It's going to be refreshing for me to talk some shit to him. But you know what? That's that big brother love. That's how we do it, man. By the way, there's almost 1,000 people watching this thing right now. Please smash that like while you guys are in here. Let's get 1,000 likes on this thing so we can get this thing rolling. Now, this is a question for the chat. What was the one thing in this game to you that you thought that's why we won the game? We won the game because of this person, or we won the game because of this play that happened here. We won this game because of this decision that coach made. What was it in this game that stood out to you that was the reason that we won this game? Was it Von Miller? Was Von Miller the difference in this game? Was it our ability to stop the run? Was it the pass rush? Did we get after the pass rush? What was it? Was it the ability to run the rock? Because we have not been able to run effectively. I think this was our best game that we utilized our run game. I think this was the best game. Shout out to my man P Money. He did a great job doing the live stream. If you guys haven't caught the live stream, jump on there and get the replay and get all the good bits and pieces, because that must have been a good game for my man to do. But what was it that stood out to you guys in this game that said, that's why we won? We won because of that. You know what? Jessica's like, Von Miller. Von Miller, 100%. My man Colin Kachow, I think it's Kachow, or Colin Kuko. Colin Kuko says, yo, it's Diggs, man. Diggs was the reason we won this game. Well, Diggs had 8 receptions for over 100 yards. So could it be the reason? Was it Diggs? Holy shit. Diggs had 148 yards rushing today. God, receiving. Hold on, let me go back because I don't think I looked at the receiving. Stephon Diggs off of 13 targets had 10 for, let me tell you something. Someone, I can't remember who, someone said today that Diggs was going to be the difference maker. He is going to will us to victory, and he's going to have 150 yards receiving off of 13 targets. Somebody said that to me today. 13 targets to Stephon Diggs, 10 receptions for 148 yards. The guy had almost 15 yards a pop and a touchdown. Golly. Stephon freaking Diggs. Gabe Davis, once again, big play Gabe. Gabe Davis, 3 receptions, 74 yards, 25 yards of freaking play. He had a 34-yard play and a touchdown off of 6 targets. Dawson Knox, 3 for 37, 12 yards a pop. Devin Singletary, 4 for 22. Reggie Gilliam got in the action. Shout out to my man Reggie Gilliam. Khalil Shakir had a reception. Isaiah McKenzie, 2 for 9. And then Tommy Sweeney got in on the end. Golly, man. Good shit to the receiving squad. 10 for 148 to my man Diggs. Diggs is having a phenomenal year. A phenomenal year. Brew Crew says, yo, Von Miller changed the momentum of this game. You know what? I'm gonna have to say it's 2 things that stood out to me this game. It was Von Miller's key moments in this game. It's the key moments, right? The key sack on third and long. He comes in and stifles them and puts them away, right? It's the tip ball by Greg Rousseau. Like, those things were great. The trenches were phenomenal today. But Von Miller was the difference today. The 2 sacks and the 1 pressure that got that got Pat Mahomes at throwing that interception to Teron Johnson. Another thing, the freaking run game. We actually committed to the run. We committed to the run game, folks. What a difference that makes. When you commit to the run game and you don't have to sit here and do the sharing. Okay, you get 3 carries, you get 6, and you get 11. And no, fam. This is the NFL. This is big boy football. Give your back the freaking majority of the carries. Did you see Breece Hall today? Breece Hall had over 20 carries for over 100 yards. Did you see Kenneth Walker today? Kenneth Walker, rookie, came in 19 carries for over 100 yards. Like, give your backs the ball. They will do good things for you. Take the pressure off of Josh. You can still get Josh his touches. Josh had 12 touches today. See, those are the things that instead of giving them to Zach Moss and giving it to and wasting the carries on somebody, give it to people that are going to do something with it. Devin Singletary seems to be the guy that does things with the football. And if Josh has to be the other guy that takes it over, cool. Now, what do we do with a guy like Zach Moss? Is he on the trade block? Have they put him on the trade block? Is somebody going to grab that package? Doubt it. But we'll see how that plays out, man. Bruce Moss says Josh jumping over that dude on Snead. That was great. That was fantastic, man. But to me, John Yotis, you're right, man. It's Vaughn and Devin. This was the Vaughn and Devin show. Obviously, Josh Allen, the freaking boogeyman, was phenomenal today. He was sensational. But, like, this game, this is good. This is good for Buffalo. This is good for the Bills. This is good for the locker room. This is great. Let me tell you something, man. This is great for Sean McDermott. This was a big win for Sean McDermott because Sean McDermott, I mean, has been the little brother. He's been the little brother for some time now to Andy Reid. And this was, and then you saw, if you saw pregame, you saw McDermott's face was just dialed in. There's no and ifs or buts. I'm dialed in. I need to beat this man. I need to get this W. Let's get out of Arrowhead. Let's take this W and let's keep going. And to go into the bye week with a big win over the Kansas City Chiefs allows them to get healthy. Oh, chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. But you got to give credit to McDermott. Had these boys ready. McDermott had these boys ready, and I was thrilled to see it. My man, Angelo Gucciello, what's going on, man? Big dubs, boys, Bills fanatics, Buffalo fanatics will be fired this week. Where's Pierre at? Yo, Pierre's in the chat somewhere, man. He's chilling right now. But real talk, fellas, ladies that are watching right now, Chiefs fans that are watching, this was a good game. This was a good game. You know what I'm saying? And it would have been way better had we had Nate Peterman as the backup somewhere. But I'll take that. And for those that don't know, that's the inside joke. Somebody always tries to get me to say Nate Peterman, and when I see it, I say it. You feel me? But this was a great overall Bills win. Defense did their job. Josh Allen showed up. Stephon Diggs showed up. Listen, Gabe Davis showed up. The guys that we paid their money to show up showed up. Dawson Knox gets a huge contract, shows up clutch. You need those things. You need those to happen. Now, the one thing that if I'm going to be picky, I'd love to see James Cook get involved. We drafted this guy in the second round, but I mean, it is what it is. But you know what? What matters is the guys that are supposed to get the ball, and they make the most of it. That's it. Motor did a very good job today. He put some WD-40. I don't know what he put in that, but he had some great, you know what I'm saying? That boy was rolling. He was smooth today. He had a couple plays where I was like, fam, forward, not backwards, please, sir. I need you to go forward. But for nonetheless, solid game from my guy. Now, here's another question for you guys. Does that mean anything? Does this win mean anything to you as a Bills fan? Does it mean anything to the whole league as a whole? Right? Looking at the AFC, I mean, you saw who was able to win and who was losing today. What does this mean? Is this mean that we are the cream of the crop? Are we that team? Or is it as important, or it's just another win? Fellas, chill out. It's just another win. And then we move on to the next. We got Green Bay. Green Bay just lost to the damn Jets. And I'm not sleeping on the Jets, but Zach Wilson is not going to do what he did to us. No way. No way, no how. Now, defensively, they're a good team. I looked at the defensive stats for the Jets. They're a top 10 team, a top 10. They're in the top 10 in a lot of the categories defensively. So they got a good little defense back there. See what I'm saying? So it's going to come down to what our defense is able to do to their offense. But, I mean, when the time comes, we'll handle business. Shout out to my man, Kelly S., or is that a lady? I don't know. But shout out to you, Kelly. Dawson Knox, clutch touchdown. You damn right. You damn right, man. And it was clutch because what a nice moment, because I don't know how some people deal with certain things. But I'm going to tell you, man, when you lose a family member, you know what I'm saying? You're going through something, and then something as big as this happens, it's emotional. And I'm sure he was emotional on the sideline when he caught that touchdown to will his team to victory, get you the points on the board to win this game. It was nice. It was nice to see, man. So it was nice to see. I mean, one of the good guys on the squad redeem himself, and he was quiet. He's been quiet the last this year. He hasn't had that, that big game that we've seen from Dawson Knox in the past, but he's coming on, and he made a play when he needed to. Mike Hartle, what's up, Mike? Mike comes in and says, "Yo, Rico, where's all these Dolphins fans from? Three weeks ago. Remember when they were 3-0? Oh boy, the Dolphins, they go on a 3-game win streak, and they think they're the cat's meow. They think they're just doing it. Watch out, world, here we come. They haven't won since. Now, some might say, well, it's because Tua's not playing and Tua's our leader. Maybe. But y'all haven't won since. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, listen, it wasn't like he was lighting the world up. You know what I'm saying? But y'all haven't won since. I'm just putting it out there. So we'll see how these guys bounce back if they do. It means we'll see how that goes, man. My man Zap says, yo, it means we should go 15-1 and get a bye with the home field advantage. The tough part of the schedule is over. You know what? Let's talk about it. The tough part of the schedule is over. So let's go back and look, see what we got. So we got KC. We got the win today, 24-20. Shout out to the Bills that did their damn thing today. So we take that win. I got somebody call me right now. But Green Bay, we got Green Bay next after the bye week. So we have the bye. And then we have Green Bay. Then we go to the Jets. Then we have the Vikings. I'm going to put a little star next to the Vikings. Then we have the Browns. Deshaun Watson will not be back by that game. He comes back week 11 to my knowledge, or does he come back after that? I can't recall. Then we have the Lions. I don't know. The Lions are just a weird team, man. They're all over the place. I don't know are they bad? Are they bad, or was it an unlucky loss last week? Who knows what the Lions are doing? They can score though. One can say they can score, but we got the defense to stop that, and they can't stop anything on the defense. So that should be no problem. Then we have the Patriots. The Patriots surprisingly are playing pretty damn all right, and they don't even have their starting quarterback. They're on a 2-game win streak. Then we got the Jets. So we got 2 AFC East foes back to back. We got the Patriots and then the Jets. Shit, we got 3 back to back. Yikes. So we got the Patriots, Jets, Dolphins. Who the hell made us do 3 back to back AFC East? Golly, that's a mean thing to do. But anyway, 3 division games back to back to back. Then we face the Bears, Bengals, and then back to the Patriots. So we have Patriots twice in 6 weeks. Let's get ready. You know what I'm saying? But right now, the tough part was going to be the first 7 games. We talked about it. There's one more game against the Green Bay Packers, and the Green Bay Packers, you see what the Green Bay Packers look like? They're just disjointed, man. They're not the same team. Devontae Adams left them, and they just haven't been the same since. Got a lot of young guys trying to, be cohesive with one another, and it's just not working. And you saw it. The Jets took them apart. The Jets did what they needed to do to them. And it's just what it was. Carl Tolman, what's up, Carl? Carl comes in with a super chat and says, hey, it means another win within the conference and a head-to-head win with KC. It will be big when determining where the AFC Championship game will be played. Now, here's the deal. Great point of my man Carl. This game is huge because I remember Tony Romo saying, whoever wins this game, they're going to play each other back. But the difference is, where is this game going to be played? Is it going to be played in Buffalo, or is it going to be played in Kansas City? Well, guess what? We went to Kansas City last time, and we already know what happened. We came to Kansas City this time. You saw what happened. So now bring it back to Buffalo so we can finish you guys off and then go and handle our business in the Super Bowl. We know we're going to play you guys again. It's just one of those things. Unless, the inevitable happens or the unthinkable happens to either one of our teams. But we ain't going to put that out there. We'll see you guys in the playoffs. But you're right. It's going to come down to playing us in Buffalo. And not a lot of teams want to go in the cold and play. And this is where the Winter Soldier, a.k.a. the Boogeyman, a.k.a. Josh Allen, does his work. You saw what he did to the damn Patriots. Nearly a perfect game. Don't come for Josh Allen because he will wax that ass on you. I'm telling you right now. What's up? We be sad boy says, let's get these Chiefs to come to Orchard Park in the playoffs, man. Sick of playing against them in Arrowhead. Bills by 1,000,000. I'm telling you, man. We're going to get these guys right back in Buffalo where they belong. Now, Dolphins have no excuse. The Patriots are the Cowboys. The Dolphins have no excuse. The Patriots and the Cowboys are winning with their backups. It's just what it is. It's just what it is, man. You got to deal. By the way, how did you guys do on your fantasy football? How'd you guys do? By the way, I had a dilemma. I had to make a decision between starting Khalil Shakir, starting Isaiah McKenzie, and starting James Cook. I was like, damn, who do I start? Because I know they're all going to play. But something tells me maybe I should go with Shakir. Isaiah McKenzie, I just felt that he wasn't going to have the game that I thought he was going to have. And then I was like, well, maybe James Cook is the dark horse, because James Cook, Zach Moss was inactive. So I started James Cook, and he didn't give me anything. Shame. But you know what? I don't care, because we won. And I'm still probably going to win my fantasy game because Allen Robinson decided to show up. And now you saw what happened. I don't got to talk about it. But this game, let's get back to this game though, real quick. This game is important. And I'm explaining to you why this game is so damn important. This game is important for a couple of reasons, right? Reason number one is the fact of the matter is this. This was huge because it's an AFC conference game. That's the big one. This is an AFC conference game, and you got to win them. So the fact that we lost to the Dolphins, which blows, which is a conference game, not only that, it's a division game. You hate to do those things. But at the end of the day, what it comes down to is we have the head-to-head over Kansas City if it comes down to it. Secondly, what this win does, this win gives the confidence to the whole team. We take that into the bye week. We have the confidence coming in. It gets a chance to get healthy. It gives us a chance, you know what I'm saying, to really watch the film on Green Bay for the next couple of weeks. It gives us a chance to rejuvenize and keep going, right? My goodness, that's why this win is crucial. And we got out of this game pretty decent in terms of injuries. I think the only injury that we sustained, that was a big one. Obviously, Christian Benford went out, but I think he came back in shortly after. But Spencer Brown was the one guy that went down, and then David Questenberry took over. And I'm gonna tell you right now, man, Spencer Brown was getting his lunch ate. That was my big concern going into the game. He was getting his lunch ate, and then Questenberry, had his struggles, but he held his own. So you got to give a shout out to the O-line. They brought a lot of blitzes, and Josh was able to, figure things out and get the ball out of his hands before they can even get to him. But Spags did a good job of keeping Josh in the pocket. That was the big thing, and he did that. McKenzie needed one more 2 a week off. Who knows, man? He'll get it together, man. I think we all like Lil Dirty, but this was a rough game for him. This was definitely a rough game for him. My man James, shout out to James, man. James, I appreciate that, man. The only thing that pissed me off in the game was us botching up the first drive and fumbling in the end zone, in the red zone. I picked us to win 31-20. I would have been right for the first time ever. Well, you know what? In your mind, you won that one. You got it, because I think that we would have scored in that red zone because we were moving that ball at will. We started with the ball and we just kept on moving it. How about, and this is how good this offense is, how about the Bills being backed up into their own end zone, penalty and all, and we move the ball with ease and get out of there and just do what we do. A lot of teams, man, you get punched back there, you end up going third and long, and then you got to punt the ball. Then you're worried about getting it blocked and so on and so forth. I mean, just ask the Green Bay Packers. Green Bay Packers got their shit blocked twice today, block, punt, and a field goal. But we were able to maneuver and get out of that, and we did what we were supposed to do. So shout out to this whole team as a squad. Special teams was great. We had great times on the offensive side of the ball, and defense bent, but we didn't break. And we kept this team to 20 points. This is the number one offense in the league, and we kept them to 20 points. Kudos to this team. So that in a nutshell, man, that's amazing for this team. Now, going, and I'm looking at this team, right? So I'm looking at, okay, so what opportunities do we have, right? So my storylines for this game, and I was looking at the key matchups, right? And did our key matchups, did they live up to the hype, and did they take advantage of their matchups? And the key matchups was Stephon Diggs versus the young corners they had, Snead, Fenton being hurt, and they had to go with I think Watson, I believe, right? 7th rounder. He's been the starter for the whole team, the team this whole year, right? But key matchups were key, right? And here were the ones that stood out. Von Miller versus Orlando Brown for the most part, he did it. He did what he's supposed to do. He rushed those two on the other side, but for the most part, he was on Orlando Brown, and Orlando Brown didn't really contain anything. We bottled up the run, and we made sure that we got after Mr. Pat Mahomes, whether it was on the other side by Shaq Lawson coming in because there's a lot of pressure coming from one side. We were able to do that. Another key matchup, right? It was Matt Milano, Travis Kelce, and it was more so Teron Johnson. It was shared responsibility, right? And then also we had Saron Neal on the field. Now he did have his blunders. There were several blunders, but this defense bent but didn't break. And that's what it comes down to at the end of the day. By just giving enough but not breaking, and that we're like, all our will is broken. It wasn't that case in this game. It wasn't the case. Now, this receiving room, I'm pretty impressed with it. We have the pieces in this, right? Khalil Shakir, I believe that he's going to come on and be one of those guys in this game that's going to help us later in the season. So the fact that we're keeping him in the game and getting him warm and getting him accustomed to being involved, he's going to show up big for us. I don't know when, but it's going to happen. Isaiah McKenzie, right now, it's splitting time. It's him and Shakir. And whoever they feel is got the hot hand, that's exactly who they're going to give the ball to. Straight up. Diggs, Davis, they're going to do what they do. And I'm loving every bit of it. I'm just waiting to see when we decide to implement James Cook. Offense came out strong today. Offensive line still healthy, which is great. You know what I'm saying? Spencer Brown, we're going to see how that plays out. I'm not sure what his injury was exactly. Questenberry took over, did a formidable job, did not a bad job. But for the most part, man, we did a damn good job today. Shout out to the Bills. They really did it. We kept these guys tight. We kept them honest. They just couldn't exploit us on a lot of things. And we did what we're supposed to do. And that's what you want. That's what you want when it comes to these things here, folks. So if there's any questions, concerns, y'all let me know. If you guys are feeling this win, dude, smash that like for this team. If you guys have questions for me, concerns, man, Rico, you didn't touch on this thing, man. What about this? You let me know. Here's a question for you guys. Should we deactivate Zach Moss going forward, barring any injuries from the running back room? Does he need to return to being on the active roster, or should we keep him where he's at? That's the one question that I got for you guys. You guys let me know, because I'm interested in finding out. Because right now, I don't mind us keeping Devin Singletary and James Cook as the two main backs. Keep giving the ball to Devin Singletary, and if we need to spell him, put James Cook in. I kind of like that. I like that a lot. Here's a second question for you guys. How great has Matt Milano and Tremaine Edmonds been for this team this year? How great, man. If you feel that these two have been the best tandem in the game, do me a favor. You know what I mean? Throw that thumbs up, the double thumbs up. Give me 2 thumbs up if you feel that these two gentlemen have been playing lights out for this team. Especially Tremaine Edmonds. Believe it or not, Tremaine Edmonds is playing exceptional this year. I know a lot of people love to hate on Tremaine Edmonds. They just love it. It just comes out of the tip of their tongue. Tremaine Edmonds is trash. Fam, he's been playing extremely well this year. He's been playing extremely well. Now, is he motivated? Of course. Absolutely. But aren't we all? Aren't we all freaking motivated to have these two play well? Aren't we all to be motivated to win the Super Bowl? Well, it starts up front. It starts with the defensive front. And it starts with these two freaking linebackers playing lights out. Lights out, man. Yo, I just pray that everybody stays healthy and we just roll through teams. That's how good this defense is, man. Man. And they're not like big-time household names. Dane Jackson. Hamlin's playing safety. Obviously, Jordan Poyer is a big name. Von Miller's a big name. But you got a second year in Greg Rousseau. Not everybody knows about Greg Rousseau just yet. Ed Oliver's playing well. Like DeQuan Jones, Tim Settle, Christian Bedford, Kyer Elam. Like, there's not a lot of stars on this team. I mean, there's some young talent that is taking advantage of a great system, a very good system. So shout out to Leslie Frazier. He had these boys dialed in. These boys were freaking dialed in, man. Carl Tolman says, yo, here's the good. We won. Here's the bad. Safeties tackling. And here's the ugly. 12 seconds at the end of the first half, 2 big plays, and Mahomes has them in position for the game, tying field goal. Deja vu. It felt like deja vu. But guess what? We made some changes on the defensive front. We don't have old-ass Jerry Hughes ripping around the corner, barely getting there every single time, right? When you have a quarterback that knows your pass rush moves, man, he's just going to go all the way around me. I'm just going to tuck up and step up in the pocket. Then you had Mario Addison. I mean, I like Mario Addison, but like you had 2 old heads rushing the passer, over 33 years of age, both on the edges. Man, quit that bullshit, man. You know what I'm saying? You need a Hall of Fame dude that is the difference maker. You got him in Von Miller. Then you have an up-and-coming player in Greg Rousseau. And I'm not gonna sleep on Carlos Basham. I'm not gonna sleep on Jordan Phillips. All these boys contribute to this team and why this defense is the way they are. Listen, we've got to be, if not the number 1 team in stopping the run. It helped us today to get back on top. We kept these guys to 68 yards rushing, folks. 68 yards rushing. Kudos to the Bills defense. Kudos to Leslie Frazier. Kudos to Eric Washington. Kudos to Sean McDermott. They had these boys ready. And do me a favor, Donut Bop is telling everybody smash that like. Do me a favor, smash that like. Let's get this thing to 1,000 likes. 1,000 likes. Whether you're watching from Facebook, whether you're watching from YouTube, and whether you're watching from Twitch, smash that like for your guy. And if you have this on Twitter right now, do me a favor, just retweet it. Retweet that and let everybody know what's good. And guess what, folks? Somebody just made a great comment just now. We got all this happening on this defense. And we still aren't as good as we can be without Trey White. Tre'Davious White is returning to the team. This bye week is fantastic. It gives him another 2 weeks to really get going, and he comes back against Green Bay. Fam, how good is this defense going to be when Trey White comes back? Now what you get is veteran presence on the field. What you get is now you get a vocal leader on this team. You get a guy that's seen things before that can communicate back to Jordan Poyer. Because right now, Jordan Poyer is playing with a bunch of young bucks. So it'll be nice for him to jump in and say, okay, I know this guy. He knows what I'm thinking. Boom, we're on the same page. Kyer is learning. He's learning the nuances. He's learning the verbiage. He's learning even body language from these guys. So he's going to get better. Christian Benford is getting some reps. Wait till Tre'Davious White comes back into the fold. This defense could be scary, scary good, boy. Scary, scary good. Tell me you're not excited to have Trey White back on the squad. And if you are, smash that like for that reason alone. It is going to be nice, man. If you saw what Green Bay looked like today, they were all out of sorts. They could not get it together. Not one bit. The Jets looked like a good team. And I'm not saying the Jets are crap, but the Jets looked like a team that they knew what the hell they were doing. But if you looked at what Zach Wilson was able to do, nothing special. It was the Breece Hall show. Augustine comes in and says, yo, Rico, we won, but didn't we do the same last year and lost in the Chiefs? Yes, we definitely did. But you know what the big difference is? There's certain things that we did in this game that we will be able to bring to them next game with the addition of Trey White. We played them last year without Trey White, without Von Miller. Those are big differences. Those are things they have not seen yet. So yes, we did want to win in the regular season, but now we're playing for bigger reasons now. We're playing for the number 1 seed. We're playing for the reason to play at home. Give us that home advantage. Give us that Bills Mafia home field advantage, and it's a different ballgame. I think we all know that. Look at playing in Arrowhead. They get absolutely loud, but when we put the touchdown on them, we shut their asses up. You know what I'm saying? And because we got an offense to do that. It's a beautiful thing. My man James, thanks for that super chat. James comes in and says, yo, I know we shouldn't look too far ahead, but who the hell is stopping us from going 16-1? Listen, man, one game at a time. James, one game at a time, brother. One game at a time. If we can handle that one game at a time, then that 16-1 can perfectly come in our hand. But truth be told, I'm telling you, man, I would love for us to just do just one game at a time. Let's not look ahead. Let's just do one game at a time and then go from there. That's it. That's all we have to do, man. That's all we have to do. one game at a time. And guess what? We get a nice bye week. So we get to watch all the other teams duke it out and do what they got to do while the Bills are just chilling. They're chilling. So, folks, what a freaking game today, man. I can't stress it enough how big this game was. I don't know about you guys, but I was in my seat, out of my seat, sitting down, cussing at the TV, smacking my chest. If I was white, I'll tell you right now, if I was white, my chest would be red right now. I was beating on my chest like you wouldn't believe. I'd be pink. You feel me? But my goodness, man, this was a heck of a game. Josh Allen came through. You know what? Let's talk about it right now. If you and I was gonna save it for Tuesday, but I'm gonna give it to I'm gonna give that to you guys right now before I get out of here. If you guys are gonna pick your spotlight hero, I need 3 spotlight heroes. Who are your 3 spotlight heroes for this game? Does anybody stand out to you guys? Your spotlight heroes. Or you know what? Or we can do a mic check. Let's do it this way. Let's do mic check because it's hard to find the one person, right? So let's give 3 mic checks. Standing ovation, a mic check, take a bow. Who are you giving your mic check to? Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Who is it going to? I'm going to start it off. Right now, you got to give it to Josh Allen. Josh Allen was the offense. He's 90%. Dude accounts for over 80% of our offense. The guy is unbelievable. He throws for 329 yards and rushed for another 32. You know what I'm saying? So 350 yards right now, Allen accounted for. 350 yards of offense. That's Josh Allen. Devin Singletary, 17 for 85. Before you guys take your 3, I'm going to give you guys the highlights of who did what, right? Devin Singletary, 17 for 85. 5 yards a pop. Didn't get in the end zone, but that's okay, right? Stephon Diggs, 10 for 148. 1 touchdown off of 13 targets. Almost 15 yards of grab. Gabe Davis, 3 for 74 with the key touchdown down the sideline. Are we looking at the defense? Is Tremaine Edmonds a spotlight hero? Is it Teron Johnson, spotlight hero? Who is your spotlight hero? I need 3 of them. Give me your spotlight heroes. I'm reading the chat. I'm going to start with my man, Seasoned Beast. He comes in and says, you know what? Here are your 3 mic checks, right? Mic check, 1 2 1 2. It goes to Milano, Stephon Diggs, and Kyer Elam. You're going to give those 3 the mic check. I like that. That's not bad at all. Davis has the Chiefs number. Yo, Davis is looking good right now, man. My man said, yo, it's Allen, and more Josh Allen. Allen is your guy. Elam, Allen, and Diggs. Yo, you guys are loving what Elam did today. I love it. That's great. Somebody said, yo, stop digging Hughes was good when he was when he was good. I mean, listen, when he was good, man. Dorsey, McDermott, and Frazier. Ooh, Bills Mafia hitman. I like that, man. Honestly, I like that a lot. Give a mic check to Ken Dorsey. He put a great game plan together. He got Stephon Diggs involved. And this is what you want from an offensive coordinator, right? And it used to piss me off when, why aren't we getting this guy involved? Why aren't we creating plays for this guy specifically to get involved, right? We've been watching the Bills long enough where you'd see Fred Jackson, no touches yet. We're throwing the rock. And you see like Stevie Johnson's got nothing. Like, what's going on? Put this team in a position where they can utilize their star players. So the fact that you said Ken Dorsey, great job. I love the fact that you said Ken Dorsey because he got guys involved. Look what he did. Devin Singletary, 85 yards rushing. Stephon Diggs, involved. He hasn't been involved in the last 2 games. He got this guy over 150 yards, almost 148 yards, just shy of 150 yards, right? Sean McDermott, like, listen, game management, going for it on 4th. You know what I'm saying? Like, those things matter, man, and we took advantage of it. So we were able to. And for those that don't know, the all-time record, team record between the Bills and the Chiefs. I don't know if you guys know it. I wrote it down. I'm trying to find it here once I can find it. But if you guys aren't familiar, man, we're like 28 to 24. 28 to 24, man. You can't, like, that's amazing, man. So I'll take that every day of the week. So we have the head-to-head. We're up on them. So good shit to this team, man. We're doing big things, and I'm looking forward to it. This team was a big win. We get to enjoy the week. I can't ask for more. I really can't ask for more. So shout out to you guys. Shout out to everybody watching. Shout out to those that have been supporting us for some time now. It doesn't go unnoticed. It's much appreciated. Man, huge Huge, huge, huge. So I'm looking at a lot of the guys are talking right now. So just the total team victory. You're absolutely right with that, Pete. Pete knows what the deal is. My man Mark Hartle says, yo, heroes, Diggs, Allen, Knox, Johnson, Miller, Milano. Miller was this guy was a big contributor today. Big contributor today. Mike check goes to Allen, Diggs, and Knox. Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Sean McDermott, Brandon Bean, and the Pagulas. Aaron Perkins is going up top. Up top. Miller, Josh, and Johnson. Well, here's the deal. You guys have got some really good ones. You guys got some really good ones. Hold on a sec. My man Alexander says, yo, say it with your chest, Rico. Strawberry and chocolate is still a great combo. Strawberry chocolate is a good combo, man. Depends on what you're doing with it. What you doing with it? What are you doing with that strawberry and chocolate? You know what I'm saying? But for me, the mic checks today, Von Miller was sensational. Josh Allen, once again, we don't move without that dude. Sensational. And last but not least, for me, what made a difference for me, the presence of this person on this front end, what closed it out, what to me was Teron Johnson, man. You got to give a mic check to Teron Johnson because that's what closes out. That's a minute left. Pressure's on. You've got to know your playbook. You got to know the tendencies from the other team, what they normally do in this instance. And guess what? Teron Johnson sat there and read it perfectly. He got off of his assignment and jumped that route and sealed the victory. And this is not the first time that Teron Johnson has sealed a game for us. You guys remember back in Baltimore, pick 6 takes it all the way down to the end zone, and that essentially is what gets us the victory. That right there sealed the game. What does he do? He comes in and seals the game for the Bills. Teron freaking Johnson came through, and I got to give a mic check to Teron Johnson, man. Real talk. So you guys already know it. Now, an honorable mention has to be Devin Singletary. Devin Singletary, honest to goodness, Devin Singletary had a hell of a game today, man. 17 touches for 85 yards, hell of a game. And he could have went up for over 100. He could have. Josh had 12 carries himself. You know what I'm saying? Give it a couple more carries, and you got over 100 yards from my guy Devin Singletary. But you know what? This is great. This is fantastic, and we'll take it every time, man. We'll take it every single time. So shout out to each and every one of you guys. Honestly, you guys have been great. If I try to get every single super chat. If I miss any super chats, you guys know I don't mean to do that. I try to read everything I can. But listen, man, you guys have been great. You guys are fantastic always. But man, what a game. The Bills win 24-20 with a game-winning drive by Josh Allen, ends it and seals the deal to our guy Dawson Knox. And that's all she wrote. That's all she wrote, folks. That's it, man. And now I'm going to go out and watch the game between the freaking Eagles and Dallas Cowboys. And then we go from there. So if you guys enjoyed this show, do me a favor, smash that like in the chat. Throw up those little microphone checks and let's get out of here, man. So listen, you guys, honestly, this was great. Loved every bit of it. You can't listen, man. The week is starting off great. You can't go wrong. If you guys have not subscribed to the channel, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel. And there's more good stuff to come. My man Z-Bot is back again tomorrow on the smoke break. So he's going to have lots to talk about. Boy, what a win. What a freaking win by the freaking Bills, man. You can't go wrong. It's one of those things where you're just like, man, this is great. So, folks, we appreciate you. We're going to keep it rolling, baby. We're going to keep rolling. The Bills move to 5-1. We should be 6-0, but we already know what the deal is. So 5-1, we'll take that. Listen, you don't got to be with us. You can be watching any other stream, but you chose to watch Buffalo Fanatics break this game down. I know sometimes it's therapy. For me, I need to talk about it. There's some things that I'm going to reveal. You know what I'm saying? The good, the bad, the ugly on Tuesday. And let us really digest this game and let's soak it in. The fact is, we got a W out of this. That's what matters to me. That's what matters to me. Bills 24, Chiefs 20. We take that win. And guess what? We got to face this team again. You know what I'm saying? We got 2 weeks to chill, relax, and we go from there, folks. And guess what? I got to say something, man. I've been off the last 4 months doing parental leave, but I've been with my son and doing all that stuff. I got to go back to work next week. I got 1 more week off, and I'm back to work next week. So it's back to tie your dad, baby. But you know what? It is what it is, man. So, folks, much appreciated. Smash that like before you guys leave. If you guys have any good comments you guys want to put in, good in there. If you guys got to this point in the replay, type in the chat. You know what I'm saying? You know what? Type in the chat, go Bills. That's it, man. Go freaking Bills. That's what matters. For those watching on the replay, I know a lot of people will say, hey, how do I support the channel if I'm watching on the replay? There is a super chat donation spot that you can put in and say, you know what, thank you for the work you guys do. We love it. If you do, great. If not, don't worry about it. Something will do just fine. So, folks, that's it. Enjoy the rest of the game this week. You got the Sunday night game, and then you got the Monday night game. And let's enjoy the week, and then we'll see you back on Tuesday. But Z-Bot is back again on Monday. My man Rev is on Wednesday. And we're back at it again on Friday and then Friday. So that's it, folks. That's it for me. Enjoy the rest of your week. And until next time, go Bills. And it's your boy. And I'm gone. Let's go.
If you're a podcast host, listen up, this one's for you. My name is Allie Jackson. I'm the host of Finding Mr. Height, a dating and relationship podcast that I've been doing for 4 years now, sharing my positive and practical approach to dating that's built on my own life experience. And I wanted to share another experience that I've had, my secret behind monetizing my show. It's called Red Circle, and I was just telling my colleague about how much I love their platform. With Red Circle, not only am I getting a seamless hosting experience, but I also love the support I receive in ad sales. It's not just typical ad sales either. It's targeted opportunities based on my show and my life. And the platform is super simple. You just set your preferences and Red Circle matches you with sponsors that align with your show. You can vet every opportunity and their platform gives you great analytics. More recently too, my Red Circle team has brought me opportunities outside of my podcast on social media to really augment the podcast partnerships, bring them full circle. I just can't recommend them enough. If you want to give it a try, go to redcircle.com to get your free trial. That's redcircle.com for a free trial.